question about how many, whether and when overhead and profit should be paid in this bulletin?
Yeah, so the connection was that it was that frustration, so that not necessarily the overhead and profit piece, whether it should be paid or not, but the lack of authority that we have in statute about deciding whether or not it actually meets the guidelines from the company to pay overhead and profit. That was the frustration that led to possibly repealing this bulletin. So the ask was trying to figure out a way for us to draft some clarifications into this bulletin to deal with that issue in particular.
Okay, so the division is considering actually sort of defining when overhead and profit should be paid?
No,
in
not
that
necessarily.
bulletin?
What I'm trying to get you all to understand is that there are things that we can deal with because we have the authority to deal with them, and there are things that we cannot. So
Right.
when we get constant complaints about things that we can't actually handle because we don't have the authority to handle them, and we have folks that are pointing to a bulletin that doesn't speak to whatever it is that they think actually it says, there is going to be a natural tendency to say, okay, then if that's what you think that this bulletin says and where you think it goes, then we're gonna walk away from the bulletin.
So was that mean?
Rather than just saying this bulletin doesn't apply to that?
That could be a way to go, absolutely, and that's why we're sitting here to have that conversation.
And it's the misinterpretation that gets us here today,
Okay.
because of the reading of that.
I'm coming from the contractor side as well, and I've certainly, my name's Kyle Larson, I've definitely exchanged emails with Tracy quite a bit. First off, the bulletin itself, the reason I think it's so important from a contractor standpoint is I've had experience this year, just recently, with insurers that initially put O&P in the estimate and then made a determination after